Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's podcast webinar. And that's from student to freelancer and now founder. I'm Ashwini Sikpal, and I'm the vice president at Ecole and Tweet Lab, and I take care of admissions and marketing. And I'm very happy and excited to host this session today. Our guest today is one of my favorite alumnus, Tej Parwani, who has walked an inspiring journey from being student to freelancing and now founder of Design Samosa. At Ecole and Tweet Lab, we always believe celebrating journey of our students, not just their success, but also their challenges they face through the journey. So welcome Tej, welcome on this set today.
Thank you so much for having me, Ashmi. It's honestly fantastic to be back here in college today.
To give you a little background about Tej, Tej graduated in 2024 and he was a valedictorian for his own batch. He not just showed up during critical crisis, but he was always there to support not just his own student journey, but in terms of marketing, in terms of student events, in terms of a lot of activities which happens on campus. He has executed the Design Naka, which is our annual exhibition. He has also interned with a lot of industry faculties at Ecole and Tweet Lab during his course. So Tej, let's go back to your student journey. Not even student journey, let's go, beyond that. When did you realize that design is something that you want to take up as a full-time career?
So, honestly, if we have to go back in time completely and like to the time when I decided that design is the career I want to choose, there's a little backstory to it. So, both my mom and my aunt are very artistically inclined. So, I've always wanted to be an artist.
Right.
So ever since I was a child, for me, drawing and painting used to be the go-to activity at all times, and I wanted to be an artist or a commercial artist, if you may call it. But then I realized that art is actually a very tough career path. Until you become famous and you actually people start recognizing you, you're in your 50s, if not more.
Correct.
And when I was in 11th or 12th, we had this career aptitude test, and that said that I could be a lawyer or a designer. And the closest to being an artist was a designer, and that's where this whole design career
I had two
started.
options, lawyer or a finance, and I chose marketing.
Yeah, so it's always the offbeat option that you pick, and I think it's worked really well for me.
Right. Why Ecole and Tweet Lab, and how was your journey, when you were selecting your college, your dream college?
So when I was actually applying to colleges, there were only a few colleges I actually applied to instead of applying to like a variety of colleges. One was NID, and the other was Ecole. So when I applied to NID, I cleared the round. I got a seat in one of the campuses, which was not the favorable one. And eventually, I just decided, I was like, there's no point of going to a space which is not going to give me the kind of exposure I'm looking for. And when I found out about Intuit Lab, I realized that the curriculum is set in a way which really helps define your career and gives you that experience which you actually need to become who you eventually will be. And the fact that we had visiting faculty at all times, there was no permanent faculty. We had these professionals from the field coming in, teaching us, going back, and the briefs were such, especially the project week curriculum that we have, it really gives you the exposure to build your character as a designer, and I felt that's something which I need.
But Tej, you said that you had two options, NID and Ecole and Tweet Lab. I do understand NID is a very prestigious institute, no doubt about that. Was it really tough to convince your parents to choose one from government and private?
Not really, actually. They have always had faith in what I want to do and the kind of career I want to choose. They've always been extremely supportive, and I'm very grateful to them for that. So they were just like, go with your gut, and my gut said Bombay is the place I want to be.
Awesome.
I'm here.
Awesome. So how was your educational journey? Can you explain? And I mean, I know it's very tough to explain your 4 years journey in just 2 or 3 sentences, but you started visual communication.
Yes.
So what was your journey look like?
If I have to give one word for the entire thing, it's actually 2 words. One was it was inspirational, and the other was it was enriching. as a designer. I feel it's very important for the kind of curriculum you choose and the kind of process you have, which you develop over the 4 years. So
Right.
from your foundation year, where you enhance your hand skills, which are extremely important as a designer,
Right.
which a lot of people actually feel that you don't need to be a
Hmm.
designer, which is not true.
Hmm.
So from doing that in the first year, then into your basics in the second year, then sort of like mastering what you did in the second year into the third year into like a more detail oriented way, and then finally your fourth year, which is more real project based. So
Project-based.
it's sort of like, makes you grow as a person and as a designer as well.
Right. And what motivated you to start freelancing?
Honestly, it was just an itch.
Okay.
If I have to be brutally honest about it, it was just an itch, because I realized that see, college assignments are always going to help you improve,
Right.
but real life experiences are real life experiences. So I knew that if I wanted to do something and I wanted to reach somewhere, I have to have those real life experiences. Not like I've not made mistakes. A lot
Right.
of mistakes have been made during freelance. Today, if I go back to the projects I initially did, I would probably not accept that.
Correct. So you started your freelancing when you were a student, or?
Yes, I started freelancing when I was just about finishing my second year.
Okay. And you knew that it was not allowed in college to do that? I mean,
Yes.
I'm catching you right on the camera.
Yeah, I know that.
So what were the challenges you
Well, if
faced?
it was not allowed and if I wouldn't have done it, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
And I'm glad you did it. I'm glad you did it. But there must be some challenges because
Oh,
you
yeah,
know, while
absolutely.
pursuing your education
Yeah,
and then clients. So what were the challenges and how did you overcome them?
First one was, of course, time. We were in college from 8 to 5 and 9 to 5, and working beyond that and also managing your assignments meant that you did not sleep.
Right.
So, of course, like time was a challenge, and solving the problem was also sometimes a challenge. Like there were certain clients that came and they didn't know what they wanted, and as an inexperienced designer, we also didn't know what to give.
Right.
So while there were a lot of back and forths there, but I felt the one thing that was very helpful during that time was the mentorship that we had in college. Like our faculty treated us like family. We had that bond where we could call them up and message them and try to find out what and how we could solve the problem. So that help was really important, and it was beneficial for solving these things. So challenges were easy.
And what was your first freelance project?
My first freelance project, I think it was actually a very small logo that I had done, which was for this kids clothing brand, which actually never ended up launching. But it was a fun project. It was a tiny little logo and a few illustrations that I had done. And yeah.
Right. And at what point did you realize that you want to now become a founder?
I think it was more with the kind of mentality the market is currently focused on. Freelancers are not taken seriously. You can be the best freelancer out there, but you won't be taken seriously in comparison to a studio.
Right.
So the transition was fairly easy to make, because I realized that it's just about, I'm still freelancing. Technically, I always say that I'm still a freelancer. So I am freelancing. I do have a team with me, of course, now, because work was expanding, and I feel you also can't hire a team for an individual entity. You need a brand. Base, a brand to come in. To basically be able to hire these people and hire wonderful designers. Like, I'm very, very grateful to my team. It's a fantastic team that I've built over the past few months. And now, yeah, it's just a studio.
And I'm sure your experience as student and freelancer must have helped you.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you became a founder.
Absolutely, because all the mistakes that you make as a freelancer, you can rectify as a founder. So there are certain clients that I have gone back to, and I have told them that, when I did this back in the day, I was very young. Is there a way we can just rectify it? And I would just happily do it for you, because I realized the design flaws that the projects have.
Awesome. Why design samosa?
Would you like to know the real story or the founding story of it?
The real one.
So I'll give you both.
Okay.
So just like a samosa, where the filling is soft inside and it's layered inside and the shell is crisp. Design is very similar to that. Your branding and your visual identity needs to be really crisp, which is what I like to do most. And your filling is the pillars behind it. So your strategy and your brand philosophy that goes inside it has to be soft, which is recognized by people, and it connects with the audience. So that's why it's a samosa. And also I feel the samosa is a most is one of the most recognized snacks across the world now. It's not just restricted to India. People in London know about a samosa. People in New York know about a samosa. So every single client of mine who has been international also knows what a samosa is. So I find it's a catchy name, and it's a name you won't ever forget.
Wonderful.
But the personal story behind it is that there are a few of my grandparents who have lost over the past 4 years, and there's some connect with the samosa that they've always had. So I just felt it was just like a right fit.
That's so sweet. What's been your proudest moment so far?
My proudest moment so far throughout my career, actually, there are two of them. One is there's a school in Juhu called Manik G. Cooper International, and I was given the opportunity through a fellow faculty of ours, Meenal, to design the school facade. So I'd done an entire mural for the facade. So that was wonderful to see when you actually like cross Juhu and you're crossing Manik Ji Cooper and you just look up and it's your design on top of a building. So that was one of the proudest moments. And the second one is recently I just completed a project. I rebranded this almost 25-year-old fashion label in Delhi called Tej Parwani. So from the branding to packaging to the strategy and the way the symbols we created and the way the brand is going to be perceived by the audience now, including the spatial design part of it. Like I collaborated and gave my inputs to the interior designer, and to be able to go for the launch and actually see your work out there and being appreciated by the entire launch event, it's just fantastic.
Wonderful. Tej, how do you balance creativity with the practical side of business? And when I say business, that means money.
See, money is, of course, it is important, and that's why all of us are working. But I feel the more important reason you need to work is for the kind of pride you get from doing that work, and also the push it gives you. I feel it's a very important. How do I say it? It's a very important encouragement that you get when you're doing and you see your work out there. The feeling you get inside, you should work for that feeling. You should not work for the money, because money will come and go, but that feeling will stay.
Right.
If that explains it. And balancing creativity it's challenging, but I have this thing that I try and do, at least now. I mean, it's become much lesser. Is I try to sketch. Nothing related to design.
Still now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe once in 2 weeks, but the other night I was awake till 5 in the morning.
I think so. Sketch is something which will never leave your back.
No, it does. It does.
Okay.
Because of the kind of like amount of work that you do, and because of these clients that keep coming in, you don't end up actually getting time to explore just different channels of creativity. So I do tend to like lose out on the sketching part. So the other night I was just awake till 4 in the morning. I said, today I'm just going to sketch a piece. So I sketched a small illustration and it's just sitting. It's incomplete. Right. But I know like over the next 2 weeks I'll probably find another 4 a.m. night where I can complete it.
Awesome. So Tej, to conclude this episode, to our audiences, I'm sure there'll be a mix of industry students or your own faculty members. So to students, what advice would you give out, looking back at your journey, if there are anyone who wants to, or not someone who wants to do freelancing or founder, whatever journey they must be, I mean, they are dreaming currently, what message you want to give out to them?
When I have to think of a message that I really have to give out, it feels very profound. I feel like as I'm giving like a speech, but honest to God opinion on what you should actually do, and it's a good piece of advice which a fellow faculty had given me also, was to follow your passion, follow your dreams, but listen to your faculty. So it's very important actually to have that mentorship, and if you can find it, like I was fortunate and I'm so grateful for the faculty I've had, may it be Mr. Mahimkar, may it be Mr. Tej Parwani, Miss Shiny, all of them for that matter, Miss Mena. They're fantastic people, and the kind of experience they bring to the table when they're teaching you, that is what actually helps you grow your journey and actually follow the path that is leading to where I am today. If it was not for them, I don't think I would be here. So the kind of advice they've given me, the kind of sessions you have, the one-on-one chats that you have in corridors, all those things, like you have to be like a sponge. You have to absorb everything.
Right.
And once it's full, just squeeze it out and keep it in a container so you can refer to it and then become a sponge again. You're learning each and every single day. There is something that's going to come your way which you wouldn't have faced before, and it's going to teach you something. May it be good, may it be bad, it doesn't matter. Experiences are extremely important to become who you are today.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Tej, for
Thank
doing
you
this
so much for having me.
for Call and Tweet Lab, and for me also. I'm
Always a
sure
pleasure. It's
our
honestly.
audience will have a lot of learnings from these episodes, and I look forward. I wish you all the very best for Design Samosa.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be in touch. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
absolutely. Thank you so much.